Hey everyone, I have a tip of these spuds out. These are Jazzies. I did plant them quite early, sort of either last week of February or first week of March, and they've been in a polytunnel, and I pulled them out the other week, and they've kind of been a bit neglected, so I'll just see what's on them, because I've no idea, to be honest. They were just some that I had left over from last year that I let seed off, so get rid of the top. It's supposed to be a variety that gives you loads of little tiny potatoes, so I'm going for that. I say it could be just like hardly anything here, so can only try and find out. Can't see anything at the bottom. Not looking too good, to be honest, off first appearance. There's only one potato in the pot. It's this sub. At least I'm gardening and growing and harvesting at last. So I'll go around the garden after see what's going on there. Do I get another pot just to see? Yeah, bear with me, I'll just go get another pot. Yeah, because it's gone a bit leggy in the polytunnel, a bit spindly, so I just sort of dumped them outside. There's slugs, plenty of slugs in there, green there. Right, see if this fares any better. Not really, looks about the same so far. A little bit disappointed. That's a nice size, but I think these are only ideally supposed to be picked at that sort of size. Little tiny things, but it's a meal. And it's free because of the old seed potatoes. That's the old seed potato. I just did one per pot. I think these are 10 litre pots, I don't know. Just some I had peppers in last year. It wasn't new compost this either, it was old pre-used compost with a bit of bloodfish and bone in it. Nothing fancy at all. Far from brilliant, but first spud at year. These are Jazzies, so it's free because I didn't even buy seed potatoes either. I got sent them for nothing, so it's a win-win. Old compost. They've had a bunch of spuds out of already. Seed potatoes I got sent. I grew some last year and I saved some, and these are from them. So I can't grumble. Right, so look at the rest of the garden. Bear with me. Right, it's not the best, but I'm slowly catching up. We'll start over here. These are where the rest of the Jazzies are. There, and I've got a couple of Duke York first earlies there, so the sun's in the camera. These are some new courgettes that I'm trying this year. I think they're called Easy Pick. Apparently they don't need to pollinate, so they set quite regular, so in the courgettes now. So I'll have to start, I don't know if they get monsters, they probably will, all courgettes I think, if you don't pick them. Big onions, need to have a play around with these, they're not not doing too good, not massive, but not tiny, but still plenty of time. I mean, they've just started to bulk up. Once it gets past the middle of the month and that, they'll bulk up a bit. In here, it's a bit hard to see really, but I'll try and get a better shot. It's all cabbage greens. There's about 20 in there. That's what I feed my tortoise on, which Durham early, I think they're called. These here, I'll just zoom out. Now, turn the camera out so you can see. There's me, and that's how high I'm, just under 6 foot, and this is how high my first earlies are, which are Duke Yorks. They're in bags, which are these down here. I think they're 40 litres. I think there's 4 potatoes in each bag. Planted these middle of March, towards the end of March. I should have kept a note, but I'd say this year not been the best. Cucumbers went in the other day. They're Fem Spot. I was going to try Bella again, but I had some Fem Spot seeds left, so I thought fair enough, use them. A pumpkin that's sort of a bit of a rogue one, so I'll just put it in a pot. These are some Melba they're called. So I did sow some last year, but they just died off, so I don't know what I'm going to do with them yet. Chilies and peppers. I actually cheated, actually bought these. They were on clearance for, I think it was £2 for 4, so I thought, oh, I'm not going to grumble about that. I wasn't going to do any, but yeah, they're okay, so I can remember. Chili, I've got these wrote down somewhere. There's 4 chilies and 4 peppers. There's some Scotch bonnets here, there's some cayenne, Apache, so see how they get on. There's 8 of them, they all seem to be doing well. Buds and everything on. There's nothing down there at all. A random potato growing in there. Actually planted 3 in there, but only one's come up. They're Pentland Crown main croppers. These are Pentland Crown main croppers. Just in the tubs. And this is like, I had 2 of the tubs were a bit rubbish to seed. Really, they didn't really fire off. So never mind, see how we go with them. Lettuce has come on quite a bit now. That one at the back there, the frilly one, if I remember rightly, it's called Letany. So it's alright actually. And these smaller ones are really, you can hear it's really thick. These are called Eliberg. They're a hybrid between a Kos and an iceberg. Basically, they're an iceberg with all the goodness that a Remain has. So, and they look like quite tough. I like a bit of crunch. Some more mammoth onions at the back there, just some rejects I put in the ground. Here's some sweet candle. Carrots I just planted as normal. They're coming through now. Now the cats have stopped digging them out. Outdoor tomatoes, what a sorry state these look. Now I need to let them root in a bit first. They only went out 2 days ago. They were all tall and leggy, so they're buried about a foot down in the ground as well, just to try and get some grip, and then I can decide what tips I'm going to use to grow off. You know, I'm going to pinch them a little bit. I mean, they're a bush variety, but it's just to get them sort of so they're not going to topple. So there's flowers on, that's the main thing. So I'm going to get tomatoes. These are the main sweet candle. Having problems like a few other people. Something is eating them, and I know what it is. It's snails. Come out and I find them. They leave all the outer bit and they go for the nice green tip inside. So I've lost quite a few. I've resown some and then lost them again. But you know, you just can't win all the time. Let's go down here. That's falling over. Here's some strawberries. I can't remember the name. I'll find out for the next video, but really desperate to put these somewhere. They're only in like little 1 litre pots. These are the bigger carrots, red intermediate. They're doing a bit better. So same again, someone's had them, so see, I did sow some more. a misfire there, nothing's happened. This one's a bit slow, and the one's tried, randomly sort of fired next to it from 1st of April. So that's the carrot box. 1st of September I'll pull them. That should be a laugh. Some sunflowers that I need to find somewhere for. Some leftover sweet corn. There, it's quite high, that needs to go somewhere, I'm going to use it. I had a big sucker off a moneymaker, so I snapped it off and rooted it in there. So it'll be the same age as its mother plant, so I'll get some off that. These are some, these are the sorry chilies I did do, well, peppers. And I had loads of problems with some in the water, in the watering can. It nearly knackered all my tomatoes and everything up, but they're growing. More cucumbers, these are a spare fem spot. These are outdoor, Burpless Tasty. I need to sort some sort of ladder out for them. Got some celery growing in there I need to prick out. These strawberries have just about had it down here, so I might transplant them other ones here. And the main area of the Polytunnel, it is a mess. But a couple of days ago I actually managed to get my tomatoes in. They've been through hell and back, these off. They've had like all the leaves going brown and all sorts, but I managed to bring them back round, and finally they're doing okay. There is yet again 18 in here. I keep saying I'm not going to do as many varieties. I don't think I've got as many varieties this year. What have I got? I'm trying to think. Well, my outdoor ones are called Subarctic Plenty, before I forget. I've just not done any beefsteaks this year. The first 3 are Gardener's Delight. I like them a lot actually, they're quite nice. There's a couple of new ones called Black Cherry, which see what they're like. And San Marzano, which are a plum tomato. I'll grow them this year. I don't think I'll grow them next year because they tend to take up a lot of room, and I tend to prefer the other ones myself. And then we go right around the side. Most of this year Alicante, because kind of like when I lost a lot of my tomatoes, it was kind of take potluck of what I had that was usable, and this was it. I've got some Alicia Craig and a couple of money makers down the back there, but as it stands, they're in, they're growing, and that'll do me just fine. What else is there? So look down here, Mum's flower beds, doing alright. These are some, I think they're raspberries. There were some like me summer fruiting ones that kind of re-spiked again. I think they're raspberries. So I dug them up, brought them home, and they're growing. So, hey-oh, never mind. It's a bit of a bonus. But I'll keep them here because it's easy to just pick them as I need them. Just a couple of hibiscus bushes that my torts can have to eat. It's a bit of a, still a mess. It's still a sorting process here. Gooseberry bushes, none of that, what it is, sawflower, whatever it is, got some berries. So I'm going to start watering these with some sweetened water, just to try and knock the tart out of them a bit. And here we've got some red ones, they're okay, and a gigantic 18-foot long net for sweet peas. So there's going to be some smells here, I'll tell you that now. A little Acer tree. I do like this. It's a bit like a weeping one. It's the most shady place I can offer it really, but yeah, it's called Crimson something this. Yeah, it's Japanese Acer. So it's about 2 or 3 year old now that. And in here, if I can unzip it with one hand. I only bought this the other day, 13 quid. Brussels sprouts. I had a whoopsie daisy with one there. Kind of crashed it in here and it snapped off. Some lettuce, Paris Island that I usually do. And in here, there's nothing yet. But there's rocket, parsley, basil, radicchio, and then up here I've got more French climb beans, and then up here is some stuff for the late season, which is cauliflower, optimist, broccoli, quails, cabbage, langek, I don't know how you pronounce that, it's supposed to be a good storer, and winter greens, winter jewel, and then some mini savoy. So they're all seeded. Got some beetroot there I need to do something with down the bottom. So all in all, I am actively gardening with what little time I have, but oh no, I just could show you these here. These might go to the allotment this year if my polka raspberries don't buck up. There's a mixture here of white, black and red currants. So they've been in these little pots, not fed, neglected, and they're hanging in. I mean, they've had a bit of a bashing off aphids, to be honest. But I sprayed them the other week, so hopefully they've gone. So, on that note, I'm going to take my spuds in and go and eat them, because I'm starving. We work all day. Right, so this is a little garden update for now, and we're going to the allotment. I popped in on the way home from work and I sprayed it with the Bordeaux mixture because I got a blight warning off Blight Watch to say it's airborne. You know, so the full criteria is met, so fingers crossed I've caught it, but you always get it. Anyway, I better get off and get some food. Take care, thanks for watching. See you again next time. Bye.